Stephen, Intel continues to divest their non-strategic assets. This time, it's their silicon photonics-based optical module business, which was reportedly quite successful and very reliable for scalable, pluggable modules. The business has been sold to Jabil, in lining with the shifting demands of the data center ecosystem, including hyperscale and AI cloud data centers. This divestment follows Intel's recent exit from the networking, switching, and server business, among others, and it seems to be part of Intel's new strategy of focusing on the core manufacturing and processor business. And Stephen, we talk a lot on the rundown about what happens when Intel kind of decides that they want to move a business out and sell it off or spin it out to somebody else. What does the change in this optical pluggable module business mean for people in the industry?
Yeah, I think that this reflects both on Intel as well as on the overall broader market. So, as you've said, many people, I think, in our listenership are aware of what pluggable optical modules are. But essentially, these are little guys that look basically like a pack of gum. They stick into a network switch, and they allow you to connect a fiber optic cable, or there's other options as well, including copper-based cables, and have a high-speed uplink or downlink from the switch. These things are typically sold separately from the switch, though often they are bundled by a reseller or a distributor. And Intel's have been pretty darn good. So if you're not familiar, silicon photonics is a very clever technology that basically combines the optical part and the electrical part onto the same chip, and allows the system to operate more efficiently, lower power, less heat, et cetera. Because these things can actually draw a surprising amount of power and generate a surprising amount of heat. So Intel was a pioneer in silicon photonics. They've done a great job with this technology, and they've reportedly, as you said, been incredibly successful at selling these things. One of their big customers, of course, is Meta, which has bought a ton of Intel's silicon photonics, according to reports and public information. Private information suggests that these things are also extremely successful with every other hyperscaler, and in fact, in industry. So why would Intel get rid of this? Well, it's the same story again. Intel is getting out of businesses that are mature, non-core, and not directly related to their overall focus on manufacturing. So it makes sense for Intel to move out of this, just like they did with the NUCs and the servers and the switches and all these other things, drones, everything else that they've gotten out of. Now, when we look at the overall market, though, this actually makes even more sense when we see how things are shifting. So who is Jabil? Well, Jabil is basically a supply chain company. They're a company that basically makes and integrates all sorts of stuff, literally like, smartphone tech, cell tower tech, IoT, industrial, ag, everything, including, of course, enterprise servers, cloud servers, hyperscale, AI servers. Jabil is the kind of company that basically makes their money putting all this stuff together and getting it out there into the market. And they're going to be able to take Intel's silicon photonics optical modules and just put them out there everywhere. It shows that the once vaunted specialized data center technology world is now just the broader tech world, and it's just part of the overall ecosystem. So when you see a company like Jabil taking these things and distributing them, what that says to me is that a lot of the things that we thought were specialized are now, well, just part of the overall tech market. And so it makes sense for Intel to get out of it. Makes sense for Jabil to get into it.